Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. And thank you so much, Mark Helms, for donating. Thank you, Terrell Ballard. Thank you so much, Ballard. Thank you, Terrell, for donating. Thank you so much, Antoine, Pamela. Thank you so much for donating. I'm sorry, I have my grandbaby right here, so she's gonna cry in a minute. But I wanted to show you the magazine that from your donations that we'll be able to have our magazines now. Everybody will be able to get their magazines, and here is the magazine that I have here. I want you to see this promised land. But these magazines here is just going to be really truthful magazines about the promised land and why we need. See, Shia, you can see it here. Uh, Now, have you noticed that I have noticed there is no police sirens? I have not heard any police sirens for like 3 months. Like, no sirens. And isn't this supposed to be New Year's? And of course, this really is a New Year's. This is the dead of winter, so this is not New Year's. My birthday is New Year's. It's April, like April 10th is my birthday. That's New Year's, like April 1st. That's New Year's, where everything flourishes. Everything is anew. That's that's New Year's, because I mean, you can't have anything new if everything is in if everything is dead in winter. Okay, so there's no police sirens. Okay, so there's no I haven't heard any, and so when we talk about the purge, that people say, well, there was a that news feed that I showed before. A comment was on there saying, well, they did that earlier. That was a while ago. Well, that's even scarier now. Now that that comment was made, well, that was a while ago. That's even scarier. Like, if that's a while ago, that's why there's no police sirens. Usually around this time of year, you'll hear something. Well, what if you haven't heard any police sirens, like for 2 months or 3 months straight? Listen, and I have the window slightly open. Nothing, nothing. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Whenever you see heavy fog, because we've been having a lot of heavy fog coming in the morning time and then at night. So at night, like around 3, 4 in the morning, it will be the heavy fog. That is a symbol of us going into another dimension. Fog means you're cleaning the earth and you're making it, and you're moving forward. Because clouds clean the earth, and they also send people and countries and areas to other dimensions too. Believe it or not, that's what fog does too. It'll say, watch the others. I think it's called The Others with Nicole Kidman in it. Watch that movie. She was dead. She didn't know she was dead, and she wanted to see her husband. Her husband was dead because it was the war that they were under. The war was about Stalin and Leningrad and all of that, the German war, and she was trying to get to her husband because she was at the house and she wanted her husband to come back because she knew, she didn't know he died, but he died. Anyway, so she went outside her yard to, just to see, and the fog came, and when the fog came, she couldn't see nothing, and she was calling out for her husband, and that's when her husband came, because the fog brought because she's dead, so the fog will bring you whatever you want because you're not alive. So it's the fog that makes things happen. But anyway, um, we're going into another higher shift, even though it doesn't look like it. Like, for instance, when you hear talks of destruction and everything happening from other people, like Gina Marie Hill, she's just, she's really sad. I feel sorry for that woman. I feel sorry for her because she knows what's happening. She knows that it is destruction on her people. Paul Begley is another one. He's just, but he's making fun of it because there's something wrong with that man. He's making fun of it. He said the most blasphemous words. But anyway, him and Mike from around the world, Glenn Beck, Alex Jones, Lisa Haven, all of them are talking words of destruction, quarantine, FEMA camps. The worst of the worst things is coming out of their mouth, and what's coming out of ours is, hey, you know, gee, there's no there's no police around. They were defunded, and it's just strange how everything seemed to be a little bit more quieter now. But I know it's a lot, it seems chaotic to some people. It's a lot of chaos going on here, but not really on my end. It's really peaceful. It's quiet. We're going along with the promised land as usual. We're just going to get a hold of the attorney. Everything's fine. It's just that on the other side of this coin that we're going through is hell and destruction, because just type in Lisa Haven and look at any one of her videos. She's a bona fide racist, but you want to see her. You want to see what she's talking about, because you can see what's happening to her people. And if you can see it happening to her, you can compare it to what's happening to you. Nothing's happening to you. In fact, you're going to the promised land, because you know you can see my videos. You understand what's happening, and we're all in agreement to where whatever is happening with all this destruction and all this, that has nothing to do with us. We have to get to the promised land. Here is my magazine here. Now, okay, so it's not finished, of course, so let me just, I wish I could, attach this. Okay, just a little sneak peek of, because I have to edit a lot. I hope you guys can see it. Let's see. See how this is the Shia and the Jetsons magazine edition, August. See, I started this in, I'll put this in August 13th. Okay, I got to change the date because this is already December. Well, actually, it's January, I guess. Okay, so see, European whites are not indigenous to America. So I'm not finished. There's going to be another list here on, and we're going to go into the pages here. Ooh, look at that. Mm-hmm. Get the book on Amazon. Look at this. You see this? See that? See? Because it goes into what the Europeans do, and it goes into what's going on with them and why we have to get to the promised land, because they've been ruling over us. And look at what they do to their people. You see that? This is a man's, they split this man's back. Look at his spine. They split it, and they put the ribs. You see how they split the back and the blood is drained out. They drink the blood. This is okay. So this is what's in my book to show you who took over our lands. Okay, let me see. Okay, so hold on. Okay, this has to come over to this side. How come this? Oops. See, I'm not, I'm still editing it. I just wanted you to see some more of it, but there's, okay, hold on. I don't know why I can't. Oh, here it is. This is where I wanted to get over here. Oops. Here it is. Yes. Now, when we go down to this page here, you can see how, you see this right here? See this? This right here is a cow. And see, I'm not done editing this. You can see this cow here. There's a person inside this cow, and they're cooking the cow on the outside, burning the man on the inside. This is one of the torturing devices that they use. These would be, I'm not done, I'm editing this, but we're just showing you the magazine. All of your favorite politicians, celebrities are vampires. As you can see here, Klaus and from the movie Diaries, Vampire Diaries. So we're going along with this here. Oh, here. Now here, let me go this way. Ooh, Raisins of the Body Snatchers. This is what we're in here. So this magazine is going to be pretty interesting to say the least. Oh, trying to. Oh, this is okay. Let me see. I don't know why this is stuck like this. Okay. So I'm trying to. Okay, let me. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to, okay, here's another, trying to get to the clips of the other other pages here. Okay, see, let me go here, and then here. Okay, see, these are just, and this is just all part of the beginning of what we're in right now, like where we're at. Stop wearing. See, these are, I hope you can see. I don't know if you can see. See, this is just part of the magazines that I'm putting together. But it's all the bad news first. We have to get to the bad news. Get to the bad. First, we have to expose the bad news, and then that's when we get to the good news, because we have to show why we have to get to the promised land. And here, as you can see, that right now we're in the invasions of the body snatchers. See, so, and then, and we go into why we can't wear the masks, but that's just part of it. Um, but then after that, and there's 8 magazines, but this is just the bad news part of the magazines, and it's hardcore too, because it gets right to the core of where we're at. Um, so as you can see a bunch of people here that's masked up looking like zombies. And then you can see here where it says stop wearing the mask, because this is a magazine of us getting to the promised land, but also an information magazine of why we're getting to the promised land, how we're getting to the promised land, what areas we're going to be living in. And this is just, so it'll be finished. It'll be finished. Probably was it January, right? Yeah, January 15th, somewhere around in there. It'll be three magazines will be finished around January 15th. So that's that's be, this is from your donations. That's why I say thank you so much, because the magazines will be able to be distributed all over for free. You just have it because the donations are coming in. Thank you so much. Um, Okay, now, well, I have one donation today. That was from Mark Helms. Thank you so much. And then the other one was from Terrell. No, I think Terrell was yesterday. Yeah, definitely Terrell was yesterday. See, and the progress is coming along, and this is what's important, is that when you support me, not just with the donations, but with the lawyer, and I'm getting people through my email is saying that they sent the message to the attorney. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Seriously, really, we're gonna get to the promised land. It's just that I'm you know we just have to steadfast on what we really have to do, and what it is just focus on us standing our grounds, really making sure that they can't talk to you and tell you anything, because you know they are contagious. That's what I really want to say. That's what I really want to say. They are contagious, because you better watch my Patreon channel, and I go, and that's why I'm gonna be making this another video right now, and putting it on my Patreon channel, um, because I keep making them, and I keep putting them, making them for YouTube, because there's things that I have to get out on YouTube. And I made some more on Patreon that way earlier, that you guys can see. But Netmost Wanted really breaks down how they are now contagious. I was telling you they were going to be contagious, because the universe, because I told you the 400 years of slavery has ended. And if it ended, then that means that the universe has it where they have to have a reason for them to get away from us. So they make them so they make them contagious. That's why they're forced to take the boom booms, and the boom booms makes them contagious. So this is basically really the most wonderful time of the year. I know it's of our lives here because this has never happened to us before. We've never been in this predicament before to where and look how quiet it is. Oh, let me see what time it is. This is it's only 10 o'clock. I thought it was I thought it was way later than that, like around 11. Oh, that's why it's quiet. But you know what? I haven't heard any sirens. Like like police cars. Usually you hear police cars, like police chases or any dead silence. How long have I been talking? 13 minutes. Is it 13 minutes? 15 minutes. And you haven't heard any. The window is slightly open. You can hear a siren or two. Not one siren. That's strange. I'm in California. I'm in LA. It is quiet outside. Like you can hear a pin drop because it's the purge. That's what it is. And they're defunded. I mean, obviously they're defunded. Anyway, I'm just rambling. Oh, what do I'm not even showing any videos. I'm supposed to ramble. I'm not even doing anything, but doing my magazine here. Now, my magazine will be finished. I'm doing three at the same time. So it's this one, and there's three other ones. The other ones is for it's it's the vehicles and everything. It's for the lawyer. It's really, and it's for you guys too. But it's a legal document that goes into, and it's for the public most definitely, because if we go to court, everybody have to be on the same page. So it's for the lawyer and it's for the subscribers definitely, and the people that donated. So the people that donated, you'll be getting that magazine the same time that the other magazines will be coming out, because that'll be going straight to the lawyer. Um, all the evidence, the patent, what's in the patent, um, just everything for us to proceed. It'll have the demands, the rules and regulations. Everything about the rules and regulations that's in the book will be in because there's a decree, Promised Land constitutional decree law that's in the book that's already copywritten and needs a lawyer to have the legal certificate on it with the stamp and approval. So it can be a form of an application to where everyone would be able to apply for their Jetsons, to apply to live in the Promised Land in your area, and the locations will be there, and it'll all be in color. I'm talking about because it's a magazine and it's a legal document and it's an application for the Promised Land. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is. Oh, did you see? Oh yeah, did you see? Um, uh, Carnage. I hope you guys saw them. So I hope you guys saw Carnage. You need to watch Carnage. No, you need to watch Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Very important. Very important movie. You need to see that because when Gina Maria is talking is talking about that virus that's hitting everybody, and then when you hear Raptor News' wife talk about how Raptor News and his son and his mother is 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 not going to be, you know, they're talking about that virus that came about in Australia when I already told you, no, Argentina when I already told you it is not in, it's everywhere. It's not just in Argentina because they said that, oh, it hit in Argentina and thousands of people are dying, and they really are. They're dropping out like flies, and I told you they were going to drop out like flies around this time because it's the flu season. And they took the boom booms 2 years ago, remember, and then last year, and this year in the winter time, everybody said the doctors. I'm talking about the doctors said that they were going to start dropping out like flies. People are going to just, and that's what's happening right now. People are dying because of well, then also too, well, the part about other people dying like in different ways, like the virus some people are dying by karma. That was crazy because and I'm talking about like you can't keep animals and stuff like that, and you can keep them, but you have to take care of them. You can't keep them to kill them and thinking that you're gonna eat them. In the middle of judgment, when the Georgia Guidestone says to make room for nature 3 times, nature means animals. You can't kill animals anymore like that. So that's a bad idea to kill animals and then eat them on a full stomach when you can eat all this vegan food. So that part right there, that's different. That's a different type of, that's a deliberate type, you know, judgment type, deliberate thing there. And a lot of people just going through that, especially in Argentina. Those farmers, oh my gosh, it's so bad there. Type in Argentina virus kills thousands, or Alex Jones broke that down. Farmers. We're not talking about just regular people. We're talking about just farmers of cattle. They're dying because you can't. Anyway, can't have live animal. Um, because the spirit of the animals wants to live, and they have a right to live now because we literally crossed over to another dimension to where it's you can't. Um, you have to be fair about things. You can't be a savage anymore. It's just, I think it's all over because why is it that the CIA and the FBI are no more when Trump took office? Because the 400-year slavery is over, and it ended when Trump took office. So let me, okay, I wanted to, okay, but yeah, I wanted to show something real quick. It was but yeah, oh, that's what I wanted to show. If you build it, they will come. I'll show that later on another video. I just wanted to make this quick before the baby wakes up. But I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody that donated yesterday. Oh, and then the one donation today. Thank you, Mark Holmes. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Thank you. This is great. This is wonderful because we're gonna get to the promised land. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, Shout out to Yeshua Pandera. And I'm just really, really happy that everything is, um, I, how everything is working out because we're still here. We're still here. We're all right, Um, somebody's trying to call me. Oh goodness gracious me, oh my! Somebody's trying to call me. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't really want anything. I'm just rambling on. I'm not really talking about anything. I was just saying that I'm just working on this magazine um, to get the Promised Land magazine out. It's a hard hitting magazine. I mean, it's gonna ruffle a lot of people's feathers in the middle of judgment. But people have to read it while we go to the Promised Land. They got to know why a certain amount of people will be getting their Jetsons and driving to the Promised Land. You have to see why we have to leave. Because this is our land, and we're supposed to be driving and traveling. You're not supposed to be living in one home. You're supposed to be living in many different houses. You have to meet your future husband, your future wife, your future best friend. Think about that. You really do. We can't stay in one house. We're not supposed to stay in one house. Somebody told you to stay in one house. It's an abomination for you to stay in one house. You already know that. You already know that. You already know that it's an abomination for you to stay in one house. Right? I'm gonna get off this camera because I have to finish up on some work. But I'm just rambling. I don't even want anything. I've been working on this magazine. I'm just trying to get a little break. Just trying to talk to somebody. I don't have anybody to talk to. Anyway, it's just you guys and the babies. This is a lonely business. Ooh, when we get to the promised land, we're gonna have so much fun. And it just makes me. I just get so excited when I think about the promised land because it's just like everything we ever wanted all of our lives. We always wanted something like this, to where we can go to a place, to where we can go to let's just say we can go to our government. And what our government does is that it's just one big huge beautiful home that you walk in, and it's a very comfortable, beautiful, and it's a huge mansion home, like, right, but it's really actually an office business. But on the outside it looks like this gingerbread Candyland house thing type. But I mean, this is a theme park we're talking about, and the headquarters looks like you're in Candyland. I know that sounds really crazy, but this is what I wrote in my book of how it was like 15 years ago, that the Promised Land is one big, huge theme park, and every Promised Land is different. So, because every state is different, not every state is the same, and everybody is different. So, different people that have their Promised Land will have different attractions. So, anyway, but you guys are gonna see my Promised Land, and you guys can duplicate mine, and you can have yours, but you can duplicate it. If there's no ideas that's coming to you to make the idea, you can just duplicate mine. But anyway, in your community. Okay, but anyway, it's really really nice that we have time to actually ponder on what happened to us in the past, and how everything is coming along in our present to our future. You know, because it's just really good to see that we no longer have to suffer anymore, because we can see how the bad people are, they're being forced to take the boom boom. And people might think, well, Kathy, why you all happy about it?